Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Mark Mo Show, Season 6, Episode 8, Evolution of Metal. I'm here with my co-host, producer, all-around good dude, Aiden Maloney. How are you, man?
Feeling pretty metal today, my man.
Hell yeah, dude. Throw up those horns.
Chillaxing.
Fuck right.
Like a G.
Yeah.
As we should be. It is the weekend.
Indeed.
Beautiful weekend. Very warm. Very humid. Not a fan.
No, definitely feeling the heat this weekend.
Yeah. It's only June and I'm longing for fall.
I know, right? Yeah, for certain. My co-host over here also has his own YouTube gaming channel called Aiden Spelled the Right Way. Yeah, you know the right way. Don't mess with us.
Don't frick around.
I'll write a complaint or something.
He's gonna find you and he's gonna kill you.
No, we're not killing. Our numbers are going down as it is. Let's stop with the killing people.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, that's correlation versus causation. I mean, I'm not convinced.
That's fair. So Aiden does PC gaming content like GeoGuessr, Polybridge, Observation Duty, and tons of horror games each and every week. So what you working on now? What's coming up?
I've got a couple cool ones on the docket. There's this game called Skin Face it's coming out next, and it looks pretty fantastic. I can't tell if it's going to be more goofy or more spooky, but I'm in it for the long haul.
All right, I dig it.
Yeah, so that'll be super fun. I will eventually get back to Polybridge, and I know people love GeoGuessr. I love GeoGuessr too, so I'll tap back into that as well. It's just more so finding good maps that don't feel too repetitive.
Right, correct.
Because every time we sit down to play GeoGuessr, which hey, we might be doing here shortly
maybe
on this upcoming channel. We sit down for like 10 minutes just to find maps.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes, find some good maps. So, yeah, ones that spark inspiration or funny moments are ideal.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And the gaming content is second to none, guys. And Aiden's just an entertaining dude. So check it out. I think you guys will like it. That's on YouTube, by the way. Like, subscribe, share, smooch.
Yeah, may as well.
We take smooching. And then we decided to do a collab based on his gaming and kind of our silliness and improv that we do here on the Mark Mo Show. So we created A&M Gaming, also on YouTube, like, subscribe. And what we do is games like GeoGuessr, for example. We do some observation duties. We did Dream Daddy. We don't know when we'll get back to that one, but I do know Daddy's he's got a fan apparently. So we're gonna
and some fresh faces to date.
Yes, yeah, most definitely. So we may be getting back to that. We do some quizzes. We just did a different one this past week.
Sort the Court,
where I am the queen. And
I am the trusted royal advisor.
Yes, so he's my royal advisor, chief of staff. Call him what you will. And I have to admit, I became very Trump-esque.
It was kind of crazy.
I was not counting on it
to see the transformation that took place.
Right,
you had a crown on your head for a couple minutes, and all of a sudden you're like, "Wow, power!"
I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna declare myself emperor,
right,
or czar, or whatever you want. But it changed. It changed rapidly, and I was power hungry, and
it showed.
It showed.
Yeah.
It showed. I think more than anything, I just realized how much people irritate me, and so that's really what it was. It wasn't so much that I was this tyrannical leader, although evidence might suggest otherwise.
Yeah.
But I think it was just people's requests, and it just irritated me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I like the purple witch. She was cool. I like the little flying devil guy. He brought me money. He can visit whenever he likes. But, like, this slime guy, What a loser. I mean, he just comes in, he has no contribution to society whatsoever. And people are like, oh, have a heart. And I'm like, no.
Ruling with an iron fist, really.
I really am. I'm people know me as like I'm killing that guy. That guy is slowly disappearing, and it is evidenced in this game.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That this new guy's coming out, but I think hopefully you find it funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious too. This some of the banter Aiden and I, and see this guy here. He's known how to push my buttons for the last 20 plus years. So even today, in playing that game, he just knew when and how to push my buttons. So that was part of it.
As the royal advisor, it's my job.
It's. Oh no, pushing buttons is your job, but you did it. You were successful in that. That's for sure. But definitely check out our gaming. We have a lot of fun with it. And as I said, we've got some new stuff coming up. Maybe a little GeoGuessr. I'll be back on the throne again soon, I'm sure. Because that was pretty funny, but at any rate, check it out. I think it's a good watch.
Damn right.
But so this week, as we've tried to do our best, steering clear of things politically when we can, just because like it used to be fun. People used to laugh at stuff like that, and now people don't have a sense of humor anymore, or at least not about that kind of stuff. And so we weren't having fun with it anymore. It was like, meh. I'm like, this is...
It's also the fact that it's all too serious.
Yeah.
You know? It's no longer just like, oh, point and laugh, George W. Bush said something dumb.
Yeah. Oh, a guy threw a shoe at him. Right. That's comedy.
That's hilarious.
Right.
Now it's to the point where like, oh, yeah, democracy's falling apart. You know, corporate fascism is among us. Wow, this is harder to make jokes about now.
The jokes don't land the same. They don't. Because it's not so much joking as it is...
It's seriously fucked.
It is. Yeah. Agreed. So we tend to steer clear for now of that kind of stuff. But I've found like kind of this renewed energy because of that. And so having to kind of be more creative and be like, okay, what's going to be interesting to open our shows? And so, I think even going in the last season, we've had a pretty good streak, I think.
Yeah.
Of different items that aren't as political. Some tones more serious than others. We're big proponents of like mental health, for example. So, from time to time, we'll definitely be talking about that. Sometimes we talk about things that are impacting our own very daily lives in hopes that, number one, we can kind of laugh at it. And number two, that it is kind of cathartic for us to talk about some personal items. Other people can listen to that and maybe feel like they're heard or be like, oh, other people are experiencing what I'm experiencing, and then just be able to open dialogue and comments. And we've had people make comments and stuff, and I find that it makes all of like what we're doing worthwhile sometimes.
Yeah.
So I do kind of like that. But so it's kind of funny. So there's this bar that I go to on Thursday nights where for whatever reason, like I could sit in my apartment or sit in a coffee shop and just brain drain. I just can't come up with the topic to open the show. Drives me crazy. Then I go to this bar, which is kind of fun. Bars, they're busy, a lot of noise, things are going on. And I can pump out a show in 30 minutes. Like, I don't know if my brain is just in a different space while I'm there, but I'm just ready to go. And so anyway, I think we've been pumping out some pretty good stuff lately. And so for many people, and if you're outside of the Chicago area, Chicagoland, part of where we live, Chicagoland.
Yeah, you can look it up on Wikipedia if anyone's
back
curious.
To the 1930s. Anyway, we digress. Anyway, so I come up with the idea for the show, and then Friday happens. Now, for those that aren't sports fans, you're going to be like, what the hell happened Friday? Trump fall asleep again? Well, yes, he did.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you for asking. I mean, that just seems to be like, did I breathe air today? Did the president fall asleep at a meeting? I mean, it's the same deal. Anyway, for those not involved in sports, the Chicago Bears flipped their middle fingers at the state of Illinois, and they said, fine, we're going to Hammond, Indiana. Well, for many Bears fans, they got their undies in a bunch. And if you were on social media blah, 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 diarrhea of, well, I can't say diarrhea of the mouth, diarrhea of the fingers, I guess maybe, is they keyboard warriors, whatever. Crazy shit. Absolutely crazy shit. I just, like, you read it, and then you kind of go, now I understand why Packers fans think we're all idiots. I get it now. I get it. A lot of the fan base are idiots. I'm sorry, I'm associated with some of them, but
well, what can you do?
What can you do? It's my team. I have to deal with it. But at any rate, like, that happened. I'm like, oh man, that would have been gold for this show. But maybe we'll just let the fan base stew for a week. We'll kind of see what happens. And if it's still like hot topic and people are cranky about it, we'll hit it up next week. And but it's worth it because
it's like a risotto. You know, you got to let it settle.
You really do.
Know?
You really do. And you know, sometimes it's fun to poke the bear.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Oh my God, was that the Troy Aikman laugh?
This is when Mark Mo Show jumped the shark.
Yeah. Oh my God. Exactly. Where we start doing the Aikman laugh.
One word puns and the Troy Aikman laugh.
Yeah, that's it. That's where everybody goes. All right then.
Well.
Okay.
Shucks.
Well, it was a good run. But anyway, so like this week, what I came up with, based on a documentary I started watching, this guy, he did this evolution of metal journey. It's like 10 discs and all these shows, and it really goes in depth through like the history of metal. And like the last 2 nights, I've just been captivated. Like I just make my pizza in the oven, I go sit in my chair and just watch like 3 or 4 episodes, and it's amazing. And I'm sure you can probably create something like this for many music genres, but to be fair, and I'm not trying to be biased because it's probably my favorite genre of music, there are so many genres and subgenres and music that metal has created and where metal came from, and it's fascinating. It is fascinating. Anybody that studies music can like watch this series and just be in awe and just be like, this is so amazing. And it really is. The entire metal journey is absolutely amazing. And part of that is the birth of heavy metal in England. You know, it's a story of industrial grit, changing social tides, musicians pushing standard blues rock into louder, darker territory. And the genre did not appear overnight. It evolved out of like the late 60s blues boom, and kind of just like when the early 70s hit, it just kind of went off and started running. So like the foundations were in the late 60s, so like 67, 68, and English bands were taking American electric blues and making it heavier and faster and more aggressive. So blues is one of the music where it really stems from.
Right.
So, for example, you have like the power trio structure. So like bands like the Jimi Hendrix Experience, for example, which is based in London and Cream, proved that like a single guitar, a bass, and a drum kit could create this massive wall of sound. And the sonic architecture, so guitarists beginning to utilize massive Marshall amplifier stacks specifically for this type of music, cranking the volume to achieve natural tube distortion, high gain amplification, and the use of effect pedals like fuzz boxes and wah-wahs laid in the auditory groundwork for what was to come. So I think if you go back to the beginning, you're looking for like the godfathers of hard rock and metal. So like you go back to maybe like 1970, right? There's 3 distinguished acts that solidified the blueprints for what heavy metal became, right? So you have, for example, like Black Sabbath, right? The architects of doom. You have Led Zeppelin, and they're formed kind of out of the ashes of like the Yardbirds in 1968. Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, John Bonham blended heavy blues, acoustic folk, and aggressive rock. You know, songs like Whole Lotta Love, the Immigrant Song, which I love.
Great song.
Featured driving syncopatic guitar riffs, soaring vocals that became central to the metal aesthetic. While they resisted the heavy metal label, they undeniably built and established the groundwork for what was to come. And as we mentioned, Black Sabbath, right? So Sabbath kind of gave its soul, right? Hailing from Birmingham, England, which was a lot like our Hammond, which is going to have the Chicago Bears. Anyway, I digress. Very much an industrial area, a lot of just hardworking people. And, just kind of this period of time is kind of bleak, post-World War II, industrial manufacturing, all that kind of stuff. And all these working class kids just created this darker sound that kind of reflected their environment. And so the blueprint of their music, guitarist Tony Iommi lost the tips of his fingers in a factory accident. To play, he detuned the guitar strings to make them slacker and worn plastic thimbles. This lower tuning, combined with bassist Geezer Butler's ominous lyrics and the band's use of the tritone, or what they call the devil's interval,
Right.
birthed the heavy, sludgy sound of true heavy metal on their self-titled debut. And like we talked about the blues, you can talk about classical music too. Like Wagner, if Wagner was born in the 70s, he would have invented metal. You look at Gustav Holst, who did Mars, the Bringer of War. That's Black Sabbath's self-titled song. Boom, boom, boom. That's that. Butler and, Geezer and Tony were sitting down and just, like a lot of musicians do, and they just riff certain sounds and stuff, and that's how they come up with a lot of hooks for songs. They were playing this. That became Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath. Literally just them sitting around playing that. And the other band would definitely be Deep Purple, another band I love. Let's face it, the catchiest hook, maybe of all time. Bum, 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 bum,
Right.
bum, 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 bum. Anybody learning bass or guitar learns that.
Right.
Learns it. It's like 101.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. So they injected this emerging genre with high-speed virtuosity, classical music influences. Guitarist Ritchie Blackmore, organist John Lord traded blistering fast solo runs on albums like Deep Purple and Rock, which is great. If you've never heard it, pick it up. And Machine Head 1972. Not the band Machine Head, it's the album. They brought precision, speed, keyboard textures to heavy sound. So now we're going through the 70s, right? And the transition of the twin guitars. So as the mid-70s approached, the initial wave stabilized, and a second wave refined the formula. So here we go, baby. Judas Priest enters the scene, also from Birmingham. Priest stripped away the remaining blues elements from the genre and introduced the twin guitar attack of Glenn Tipton and K.K. Downing, which allowed for harmonized guitar leads and faster driving rhythms. Enter frontman Rob Halford, introduced high-register operatic vocals and pioneered the leather and studs visual aesthetic that defined what would be the metal subculture.
Right.
You also have Motorhead. God bless you, Lemmy. We love you.
My man.
Formed in 1975 by Lemmy Kilmister, Motorhead fused the raw aggression of emerging punk rock movement with heavy metal speed. Their loud, relentless sound laid the foundation for speed metal and thrash metal. So it just, Aiden and I, we get on England. We do, for various things, probably just because we have Irish heritage. But that being said, one thing we won't get on England about is their hard rock and metal scene.
Right.
Because it beget everything else. So that, we love you for that.
Yeah.
We really do.
Big ups on that, G.
Yeah, no doubt. So the timeline and the key turning points, right? The evolution can be traced to a few definitive musical and cultural milestones. The Yardbirds released Think About It in 1968. Jimmy Page used a bowing technique on his guitar and heavily distorted fuzz tone, hinting at the upcoming sonic shift. You had Led Zeppelin's debut album in 1961, which I love their debut album. It's so great, so bluesy. So it releases this fusing traditional blues track with unprecedented volume and hard-hitting drum production. Black Sabbath's self-titled debut, which we talked about in February of 70, released on Friday the 13th. I love those guys.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. This album officially defines the dark themes, heavy detuned riffs, and occult imagery of heavy metal. When Deep Purple released Machine Head in 72, which featured Smoke on the Water, and which is funny, and Highway Star. Highway Star is a great song. Smoke on the Water, now a lot of people think, oh, they're singing about bongs and bong water and smoking and all. But truth of the matter was they were in Switzerland and they were supposed to be recording at this studio across the lake. And the studio and the lodge or hotel, like all that caught fire. So it caused this massive blaze, and literally the smoke was just heading out.
Yeah.
Across the
on
water.
The water.
That's the song. They're actually singing about the event. That's
Right.
what that's. I mean, you can be a stoner or whatever, be like, hey man, smoke on the water. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's not what's about this song. You can live in that moment.
Yeah, you're missing the point, but
But
keep it up.
toke up. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. And then we have Judas Priest releases Sad Wings of Destiny in '76. This release solidified the shifting British metal sound, dropping the blues shuffle entirely in favor of precise galloping riffs. So basically, like 1976, that's when they like hit the go button. Like,
Yeah.
that was like, cool. Here's this sound. It's evolving. Here's Judas Priest. Here's Sad Wings of Destiny. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's just what happened. So, yeah. So just kind of like the summary of the sound evolution, right? Late 60s, in American electric blues, psychedelic rock. The characteristics were that high volume, fuzz distortion, extended improvisation. And some of those key artists were Cream and Led Zeppelin. The Jeff Beck Group is another one. And then you got into the early 70s. So now you have this industrial landscape, gothic themes, and classical music. And the detuned guitars, heavy tritone riffs, operatic or dramatic voices. So that was your Black Sabbath, your Deep Purple, your Uriah Heep is another band. Like, it's funny. Like, Uriah Heep is kind of one of these bands that they weren't, like today, they would be the fifth on a 5-band bill. But back then, it was like Uriah Heep, Iron Maiden supporting.
Yeah.
Uriah Heep, Judas Priest supporting. I mean, that's just kind of who they were. So once again, they were just kind of laying the groundwork for what was to come. And then the late 70s, so you had that punk rock energy, that duality between punk and metal, the speed tempo, twin guitar harmonies, the whole leather aesthetic developing, and the aggressive pacing that was once again Judas Priest and Motorhead. So by the end of the 70s, this evolution culminated in massive underground resurgence known as New Wabum, which is NWO, no, not the wrestling thing, NWO-BHM, New Wave of British Heavy Metal. That introduced bands like Maiden, Saxon, and Def Leppard, which carried the genre well into the 80s. And because of the creation now of this, the faster version became thrash, and then the more glam version, which in America was like your Alice Cooper, for example, your New York Dolls, like that then created what we knew as Van Halen, which then basically Def Leppard ended up kind of veering that way out of new wave British heavy metal and kind of going, yeah, we're in the spandex and singing more of these poppy metal songs. That's where we want to go. And so Def Leppard made that turn. And then you had Rat, and you had Warrant, and you had Tesla, and you had Whitesnake. Whitesnake, once again, because the lead singer was David Coverdale, who came from Deep Purple, had a lot of that sound. But that was another band, when that American hair metal started to take off, was like, oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can do. So, once again, it's why I don't hate any genre of metal, because I appreciate how they became.
Sure.
For what they were. There's some I like more than others, without question. But it's all very fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. And I love, because we, back on the Mark Mo radio show, I believe we did a top 10 list of best drummers of all time.
Yes.
And we had some pretty fascinating discussions on how influential jazz drummers were to these heavy metal drummers.
Yes.
And how much influence they took from the skill and precision and style of jazz drummers, and then how much rhythm and blues or electric blues led into the creation of heavy metal as we know it. It's all very fascinating. I love the history of music and how things come about, and how you can have two seemingly from outside seemingly unrelated genres having so much influence one on the other.
Oh, 100%. And one band that I didn't include on here, because I think they probably, They probably influenced hard rock and the hair metal scene more than anything. But you can't talk about all of this and not mention The Who. You just can't do it. Roger Daltrey. How can you not look at Roger Daltrey and not see David Lee Roth and where he came up with his shtick? You can't. How can you look at Keith frickin' Moon, who literally, the Muppets animal is based on Keith Moon.
That's so cool.
I love that. And Keith Moon was just a freak, but he was also an amazing drummer who many of the drummers from these bands in the 80s and 90s will, if they have a list, Keith Moon's on it.
Yeah.
He's 100% on it. And Pete Townsend, I mean, the guy's deaf, both ears, because he would literally stand in front of these Marshall stacks and just his hands were a bloody mess after every show, played a guitar like no other. The guy was an absolute fiend. So you can't really mention The Who either without looking at those contributions to that 80s, 90s metal scene, because everybody's like, I want to be Pete Townsend.
Yeah.
I want to, that's awesome.
Right.
Him taking that guitar and jamming the neck into the amp after the show and throwing it up in the air and smashing. I mean, how metal is that?
That's metal.
Totally what metal became. So, yeah, I definitely wanted to mention them as well. So, that being said, a lot of these bands, and I know you like the history of music, as you said, so a lot of these earlier bands, are there any that really catch your fancy? Are there any that you really like and appreciate for their contributions?
I love Led Zeppelin and how much we've talked about them today. I think their contributions are, I mean, we've stated them a lot, but they're definitely, if you're unaware of the history, it's maybe a band you've heard of once or twice. Oh, Stairway to Heaven, I might have heard that song.
Right.
But, I mean, if you only listen to music made after the year 2000, you will never appreciate how this came to be, if
right.
you will.
Well, yeah, and so like Aiden, I think it's safe to say grunge, which also is part of this metal thing. You can say it's anti-metal if you want. Metal still created it, and you can hear those doomy notes from them. There's a thing called doom metal, by the way. There's all sorts of genres. And if you listen to doom metal and you listen to grunge, they're very similar. And it's just that grunge kind of came out of hair metal because they're like, well, I know they're singing about having a good time and girls and having beers and whatever, and that's all cool. But there's a lot of weird shit happening out here, and I want to sing about it. Listen to Nirvana's Rape Me. That's some serious freaking shit. You can listen to, oh God, I was just about the Alice in Chains song, Nutshell.
Yeah.
Literally, this performance, lyrically, catch the MTV Unplugged on that. It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because we know what happened to Lane Staley.
Right.
And what happened in his life. He's basically, it was kind of like foreshadowing. That song was foreshadowing.
Yeah. Right.
Sadly. And just to give you an idea, I think one singer, it's Eddie Vedder.
Eddie Vedder.
I think he's the sole survivor of that genre.
Yeah.
Everybody else has passed away because drugs, addiction, depression, anxiety, all that shit that was just ramped up, and that genre was built on that. Like, hey, this stuff exists,
right.
and creatively we need to get these out. And I thought that was impactful. And I've told you this before. I've said this on my show that when it first came out, I liked Pearl Jam. I had Pearl Jam's 10. I had Vitology. But I think, and I had Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger, best grunge album ever, in my opinion. I just I wasn't into it. I didn't get it because I was still in that, oh, yeah, man, woohoo, girls, beer, whatever. I was still in that mindset. I didn't want that to die because, it was just, and it was mostly positive, fun energy when you went to those shows. And so I dug that. And I didn't get it. But then, 10 years later, I started to get it. And when Aiden started listening more to it and started getting into bands like Green Day, which may or may not have kind of sort of come out of that and had a little bit, I wouldn't even be able to classify them because I think alternative rock or alternative music has just become this catch-all the last 15 or 20 years, I think. But I think there's got to be some subgenres there Like a lot of people, like Linkin Park's new metal, or they'll have bands that are quote unquote new metal. But like I listen to like a newer band like Dayseeker. I don't know if I'd put them in new metal. I don't think they are. But they're hard rock. They're metal.
Yeah, it just feels like people use alternative metal or alt to describe a faction of metal that there's just not a subgenre for.
Yeah.
You know, where it's not quite grunge. It's maybe not modern punk, but it's not heavy metal.
Right.
You know,
Because I can sit there and go, like, what is Arctic Monkeys? What is 21 Pilots? I don't know.
They're both alt.
They're just alt. I mean, there's really no other way to classify it, because you can listen to them and kind of, there are some songs that have some groovier beats where you're like, oh, well, they kind of sound like this, but then they have something that's a little bit faster, a little bit more up tempo, and you're like, wait, that sounds a little bit different than that. But I love that. And 21 Pilots is exceptional at having this song sound different than this song, having this sound different than this song.
Sure, yeah.
And they're one of the few bands I feel that do that.
Oh, I'd agree. And especially with newer bands like 21 Pilots, for example, where it's two dudes.
That's it.
It's two dudes. You've got your vocalist and you've got a drummer. The rest of it is produced.
Yes, correct.
So it's
kind of like a Trent Reznor with 9 Inch Nails.
Sure, where it's music.
Yeah.
But instead of these bands where you've got 5 members, you know, you got your 2 guitars, your percussion, your bassist, your vocalist, it's just 2 guys.
Yeah.
Making all the sound.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's different. I think that's why alternative rock and alternative metal are just these huge genres.
Yeah.
Because there's just not enough subcategories that would meaningfully make these bands distinct.
Right. It's too hard. They just don't, like, it's interesting when you, and I encourage anybody to kind of Wikipedia metal and the genres and subgenres. It's fascinating. And every band kind of fits someplace. It's like, oh, this one, the lyrics are a little darker and it's heavy chords. So yeah, they're doomy. We're going to put them in the doom metal category. But these guys, they scream. Like they are, well, they screamo. Well, technically no, because their lyrics are pretty dark. They're probably more black metal. Okay. Well, are they black metal, or are they a different, like, it's just, you can't, like, back then you could, like, Iced Earth is this, or, you know, like Seven Dust is this, and you could easily put them, like, in their category and what they do. Today you really can't do it.
Right. And especially, like we brought up Green Day earlier, their album Dookie from the mid-90s, I think it's fantastic. I think it's amazing. And then you compare it to a more recent album, like Father of All Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Sounds completely different.
Different, right?
Completely different.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not saying, like, bands can't evolve and make a new sound, but when 2 albums are so distinct you wouldn't even put them in the same genre, why would you put the band in a single genre?
Why would you put it in a box like that?
Yeah.
Right. I agree with that. So it's almost really, when you think about it, it kind of comes full circle, where you had bands like The Who and Led Zeppelin who didn't want to be classified. They didn't, we're not a metal band. You know, they didn't want to be classified into, like, this specific genre, because if you watch the documentary, I encourage people to do it. If I can think about it, we'll maybe hit a link to it or something, because I just, off the top of my head, I don't remember the guy that produced it, but he's really great. It's funny how many of those earlier bands were like, nah, we're just a hard rock band.
Yeah.
And they were just fine calling themselves a hard rock band. You know, and even Def Leppard, who got placed into new wave of British heavy metal, like Joe Elliott, the lead singer, will be like, we weren't in the new wave of British.
Yeah.
Like, to him, that's not, because, like, they were all singing a certain way, and then in that first album they come out, and that, like, some of their songs, it wasn't quite the same. So I think that's probably why when hair metal hit, they're like, yeah, that's kind of more like what we do. It just didn't exist.
Right.
So you could argue maybe them and Van Halen were maybe the godfathers of that.
Sure.
Which kind of makes sense. Well, I had fun. I love talking music. I love talking metal and all that kind of stuff.
And perhaps we will talk more later in the show about it.
Was that foreshadowing, perchance?
It's 5 shadowing.
Oh, okay. They said there'd be no math. I'm not good with numbers. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with a little Carpe Diem. All right, we are back. What up? We're on to Carpe Diem. It's where you find beautiful people. Send us your DMs, and we read them on air. And if they are in the form of a question, we will
consider
answering
it. Yeah.
We will consider it. I mean, there's ways to get to the front of the line, to be honest.
Sure, this is capitalism after all.
So here's how it goes.
Yeah. Tell me.
I'm going to inform the people.
Oh, sure. I guess I already know.
You have the idea. You know.
Yeah.
So you can ask. Cool. Yeah, that's it. That's cool. All right. Or you can ask and say, pretty please. Same answer.
Cool.
Cool. You can ask and accidentally drop a $5 on the table, and now we are kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, interesting start.
Our attention has been caught.
Yes.
Now, if that $5, so to speak, had a few more friends, now we're furthering the conversation.
Sure.
Now I'm like, oh, did you say you had a question for us?
Yeah, like a couple of Grants or Franklins or Jacksons,
right?
Join the party. It's like, whoa!
I won't just give you an answer, man. I'm going to give you an article.
Yeah, because you've proven
you are worthy.
You are worthy.
That's right. So, you know the formula. That's I know people say in radio and other things, pay to play is bad, but.
Pay to play is back, baby.
It's back, baby.
It's back, baby.
It's how we operate. It's how we operate. It's how it's done.
It's how the Supreme Court operates.
So, indeed they do. Now we've got a DM here from, oh look, check this out, at Hunter Biden.
Oh no shit.
Wait, did he say checkered past? I'm 28 felonies, 6 bankruptcies, and an Epstein bromance short of a checkered past.
Yowza.
Hunter's coming out swinging.
Yeah, sounds like he's talking about some pedophilic president I've heard of before. Oh, it's the current one.
The sleepy guy.
Yeah.
The sleepy guy. Yeah. According to some people, he's just blinking. But who the hell has a 15-minute blink?
That's such a grandpa excuse.
Such a Grandpa's just blinking.
Grandpa, you're missing the movie. I've been watching it. I was just having a blink.
Yeah, that's all right. Just close my eyes for a minute. Yeah. A minute. It's 15 minutes. Wake up, Mr. President.
Yeah, except this dude is a pedophile and has the nuclear codes.
Yeah, and takes naps during meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
He wasn't going to participate anyway.
No. From @Mika_fan, hot take, a billionaire should not pay less in taxes than a single mom with 3 kids.
Damn right. Damn right. No notes.
Once again, fair. Yeah.
No notes.
And you're preaching to the choir on that one. I agree with that.
Yeah, tax law is broken when the effective tax rate for most billionaires is 1%, give or take.
Give or take, yeah.
When we're out here paying whatever we're paying, too much, if it's all being spent on defense contracts and overseas genocide.
Do you realize if millionaires and billionaires were taxed at a 25% flat rate, like healthcare would be paid for?
Healthcare would be paid for, homelessness would be solved.
Kids would get their school meals.
Yeah.
Like all that shit would be done.
Yeah. It's that easy. Thanks, Ronald Reagan. Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
You fucking cuck.
Yeah, what he said.
At least Nancy was the throat goat, or so they say.
Or so they say. Blue Balls Billy, what is the worst pain you've ever felt?
Oof. Blue Balls Billy.
Well, I think we know his.
We know his. Youch.
That's advertisement right there.
That's tough, big man. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, you got to take care of that.
Worst pain I've ever felt. I think one of the worst pains I ever felt was when I went to the ER for stomach pain and when I had gastritis. And the one, I don't know if it was a nurse or the doctor or whatever, was like, oh yeah, if you hadn't come in, give it a couple hours, maybe half a day, you'd have had a stomach bleed. You'd have been bleeding internally. I was like, oh wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, so luckily that was sorted out
Yeah.
because they just pumped me full of something and it went away, which was kind of nice. But yeah, that was super painful. Whatever else? I haven't broken a bone. Knock on wood there. Have not broken a bone yet. Yeah, that gastritis was painful. And I don't really get migraines. Luckily.
The migraines suck.
It's been maybe half a decade since I've had an actual migraine, so that's off the table. Yeah, gastritis in recent memory is the most painful for me.
It's hard. I've had a lot happen, so it's hard to specifically pinpoint one over another. I'd say putting a knife through my hand was not a lot of fun. Created a lot of blood and pain.
Yeah, and you had that knee break, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a slip and fall that I had where I fractured my ankle and cracked my patella. And so that was a thing.
Yeah.
That was painful. I had a stomach cramping thing too. This was when I first moved back to the Chicago area from Florida when I was down there for a year. And I was staying at a friend's house. I was staying at my buddy Mark's place. And this lasted on and off for 3 days. But when these cramps or pains came, I was doubled over. It was maybe one of the worst pains I ever felt. And it was all, I mean, maybe it was gastritis, maybe not. But it was incredibly painful. And then it would go away. And then an hour later, 2 hours later, come back again. And then I'd go away. Jeez. There were a lot of times I just had to go lay down because I'm like, I don't know what else to do right now. Because it was just so painful. Getting hit by a car.
Oh, yeah.
Not while in my car, but actually physically being hit by a car.
As a pedestrian, yeah.
Was kind of uncomfortable.
There's not a lot you can say about it, but I'm sure it was painful.
It's, based on the fact that, it's with lawyers and whatnot, there isn't much I can say, but I will say it hurt.
Yeah.
It definitely hurt. Concussions don't quote unquote hurt.
No.
It's a little painful. Like if bright sun is in your eyes, It's just like you're a vampire for 2 weeks. So that part does suck, but it's just this constant head pain and you really can't focus on things visually and it just sucks for a long time.
Kind of brain fog.
Brain fog for sure. Takes you an extra second.
I had a very, very mild concussion when I was middle school age.
Oh, football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very mild one. Went to the clinic. They were like, yeah, he's got a mild one. And then I think I just didn't... I took a week off from practice. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I didn't remember it being super painful. It was just bright lights, and then I was a little confused.
Yeah.
On and off.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're getting them often in whatever sport you play, probably best to change the sport.
Probably stop.
Do something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, the concussion sucked, and actually landing on my head was not great.
Yeah.
Actually being physically hit by the vehicle hurt. So yeah, a lot with that. So stabbing of the hand, getting hit by a car, and for all you guys out there in your late 30s into your 40s, maybe even 50s, I encourage getting a vasectomy. It's not a walk through the park. I don't care what anybody says. People are like, oh, it's just a day surgery. It's just a little time. Well, yeah, until you get Dr. Scissorhands playing,
shing, shing.
Yeah, playing with Big Jim and the twins. You don't necessarily. It's not a happy time.
Sure, I can imagine not.
And you're sitting on an ice pack for several days, and it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
So I suppose those are my top 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, I only have the top 1 that I can think of in recent memory.
Good for you.
I've been quite lucky in life to not have many severe injuries or ailments. Quite lucky.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. No doubt. At Mr. Microphone, what is one song you would love to hear someone do at a karaoke? And what is one song you could go without ever hearing again?
Ooh, okay. One song I would want to hear someone perform at a karaoke. That's okay. I already know the one I never want to hear again.
Okay, that's good.
Piano Man Billy Joel. Overplayed. I've had enough. You can stop singing it now. The harmonica man needs to shut up for a little bit.
Sing me a song, yo piano man.
I'm a Billy Joel fan. I enjoy his music. Just shut up. No more Piano Man for me. And also it's a bar song, so it's overplayed at the bar, of course.
That's true.
One song I would like to hear someone perform.
I would want to hear someone play a song by the Cranberries, maybe Linger.
Yeah.
See if someone can hit those notes.
For sure.
You know, just something that requires real vocal skill.
Because all these chodes that go up there and they sing something simple or anything from any country genre, it's like, okay, you're just like speaking like a regular person.
Yeah.
But yeah, something skillful like that, or like Rocket Man. Love to hear someone do Rocket Man.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
That'd be very cool. For a song I never want to hear, look at this photograph. That song just makes me laugh. Yeah, that. Nope. Most things by Nickelback.
10 out of 10.
Literally. Shush. Piano Man, you've had your time. So, we're sitting in a studio, and across from my studio, I can see a garbage can.
Uh-huh.
And I just glanced over, and I was like, "Oh, Nickelback! They're in it." So, look, I'm not as hard on Nickelback as some people are. They have a couple of catchy tunes. They also have tunes that belong. I mean, Aiden goes off on certain bands.
Oh, sure, this is true.
That's one I could just kind of do without. It's just very formulaic and lame and just no. Just that's a no for me.
Not for you.
Yeah, I mean you get some chode up there at a karaoke. Look at the photograph and like no. I just like look at my bouncer. I'm like, can we escort him out of here? He's offending my ears. So that's definitely one for sure. Man, something I would want to hear. I don't know. Like, there's some Paramore songs that I think would be super cool.
Oh, sure.
To hear. I'm kind of down with the Linger Cranberries thing. If somebody had the ball sack to go up and do a dropkick song.
Oh, yeah. Baller.
Bless your soul. I would love someone to go up and do a dropkick song or Flogging Molly. That would be. I'd be like, oh my god, my new best friend. Yeah.
If they crack out what's left of the flag. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I'm like, dude. Next beer's on me. We gotta talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for certain, no doubt. At me likey food.
Nice.
Yeah, me too. What is the most you would pay for bacon, eggs, and pancakes? I just spent $20 at a mid-tier restaurant.
Ew. That price is
so
disgusting.
Mid-tier, I'm guessing. Well, would you guess?
Denny's?
Would you? Yeah, maybe that's kind of what it was. Because I was thinking more like a mom and pop diner, but maybe not.
Sure. Yeah, because there's people that do really good breakfast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then you've got like your Denny's or your IHOP where it's like, this is acceptable if you're hungover on a Sunday morning. Okay, so what was it? Bacon, eggs, pancakes?
Bacon, eggs, and pancakes. Yeah.
I'm not paying more than $10.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a short stack, 2 slices and 2 eggs, I'm not paying more than $10. It's absurd.
Right.
It's absurd that it's double that.
Because eggs are cheap, dude. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not expensive. Pancakes are just flour.
Yeah. Like, there was the whole thing when the bird flu came in, and then eggs were like $6 a dozen.
Right.
And then that got sorted. Eggs are pretty much back to being $2 a dozen.
Right.
I'm not paying more than $10 for breakfast.
No way.
Because if I can make a damn good breakfast at home.
Yeah.
And if I use the ingredients I bought from a store, it's going to cost me $2 or $3 to make breakfast.
Yeah.
So you better blow me away if I'm paying $10 or $20.
$20.
Fuck that.
Like if I'm paying $20, that had better include like a mimosa.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. $20, man. By him calling it mid-tier, I'm gonna guess he wasn't blown away by the food.
Sure.
Like it was just okay.
And a lot of, not, like mini rant for me, but a lot of these breakfast places, and I know they serve seniors and they serve church people, they serve a lot of crackers that don't know what flavor is, but they give you these fucking bland, overcooked eggs on a plate every time. Every time I've been to a Denny's or an IHOP or anything like that, the eggs are rubbery, overcooked, unseasoned. Yeah. What a waste of a food product.
It's a waste. Yeah, you're right.
Terrible.
It's bad. Yeah, I would agree. At Kartik the Creator, you get $5 million, but you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and be in bed at 10 for the rest of your life.
I kind of already do. So
Kind of already do that.
I already do. Most of my work days, I either wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. depending, and I'm usually home before 2 or 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I'm in bed before 9.
So
I'm already there.
So thanks for the money.
Thanks for the $5 million. Absolutely, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
That's tough for you because you're the night guy.
I'm the night guy. I mean, I spend the late afternoon or early evening taking my nap for the sole purpose of staying out late.
Sure.
Because that's when all my late night freaks hang out.
And you're a trooper like that.
And I am a trooper. Like, I'm a gamer. And not that I go out and get tanked every night. I don't. I'll go and have a good time and I'll have a few drinks, but I always stay sober enough to watch out over my flock.
Sure.
Like, I've been doing that since college, so that's a role I like and I'm comfortable with. So then if you get people be like, oh my God, I need a ride home, or oh, this dude's bothering me, or whatever, like, I'm in.
Right.
Tag me, I'm in, coach. Put me in.
And you're not fucked up and unable to assist.
Exactly. That's the point, and I dig it. But $5 million also is life-changing.
That's retirement.
Yeah, wow. And I have a lot less of the rest of your life than you do.
But I'm already locked into that schedule. You're making some adjustments.
I'm making major adjustments. Because most times I'm not going out until 9 or 10.
Yeah, but then again, if you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and $5 million is enough for you to retire, you would have to move somewhere that has like 6 a.m. bars. So you could wake up, go to the bar, come home, nap, and then catch the early crowd at the bar before you have to sleep by 10. So you'd get double bar per day.
That's true. I could do that. Potentially finding someone to bring home at 10 p.m.
Someone who could share your schedule.
Sleeping time.
Your sleep time. Yeah.
Yeah. Just says I have to be in bed, by the way. Doesn't say I have to be sleeping.
Interesting.
Just says I have to be in bed. Could you imagine a bar that just has a bunch of beds in it where people just kind of like lay down and hang out and drink?
Yeah.
Listen to music. I could do that.
It's an idea.
It's kind of part of it.
Yeah. Then again, here's my question, because now we're getting into the semantics.
Yeah,
since
we are.
You brought it up.
I did.
You have to be in bed by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
What if 10:45 rolls around, you gotta have a piss?
Ooh.
You get out of bed, do you lose $5 million?
Right. That's
Do you
serious.
have to keep a fucking bedpan?
Ooh.
I
don't know if I could do that.
For $5 million, I think I would still... I'd keep a bedpan if I needed one.
I think so too, man. Yeah. I would just hold it. Yeah, make sure that I have a good piss before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
And just hold it till 4. That's 6 hours.
That is true. Yeah.
I could deal.
Doable.
I don't know if I have an answer. That is really hard.
Oh, you're still hung up.
I'm hung up, man.
I thought you were in.
It's a huge lifestyle change, man. It's like you have this $5 million and it's like, so what? Now what? You can't enjoy it. Can you imagine having that and being like, hey, all my friends, let's go to Vegas. Vegas anything doesn't happen usually before 10 p.m.
I see.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
You go to New York City, that's a problem.
City that never sleeps. Well,
except for me.
In bed by 10.
In bed by 10. God. I don't know. I'm undecided.
Undecided?
I'm undecided.
Interesting. You abstain from voting.
I really do. $5 million, that's lifestyle change. If you manage your money right, you don't have to work again. That's great. But what is the quality of said life if all of your friends have a different schedule than you?
Sure.
So that's a thing. Last one, at Stoner Stanley 420. Momo and Alan, did you see my squirrel? He's my pet now.
Oh.
We had a time in smoky time in the van. Watched Big Lebowski and ate Cheetos. He gone. I'm sad now.
The dude did not abide.
He did not. The squirrel did not abide. He did not.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Devastating, brother. Well, I guess that's the problem. Life lesson here, Stan. You seem like a kind-hearted person. Feral, wild animals typically aren't easy to domesticate. You know?
Yeah, he was probably going to bolt it sometime.
Yeah, you got to weigh nature versus nurture, nature and nurture, if you will. And that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
I wish you well, but maybe just a little more smoky time will clear your head.
I hope so. I hope so.
Level them out, maybe.
He's got to get leveled
Yeah.
out. He's got to
lay off the sativa, brother.
Yeah, you might want to take a little break. And look, your squirrel friend will probably be back, especially if you're like with the Cheeto game. I'm sure he'll want some Cheetos.
Oh, sure.
So just, let him come and go, man. It's cool.
Yeah, he could be an outside squirrel. Like some people have outside cats.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's an outside squirrel.
There you go.
It's fine. And I have to be honest, I was kind of worried from that last week about how he was saying he was going swimming with his squirrel.
Yeah, you were worried
and that he was sleeping. I thought, well, I think he just killed the squirrel and he thinks it's sleeping.
I did hypothesize correctly, though. I just thought he was having a nap.
Apparently so.
Yeah, maybe planning his escape.
Which he did.
Crafty motherfucker.
Which he did. All right. I'm sure you've got some.
I got a couple DMs.
Yeah, what you got, man?
At Demolishing Nuts, what are your feelings on making Election Day a federal holiday?
100%. Without a doubt, I think the fact that it's not is kind of a ploy.
It's telling.
Because they just don't want everybody to vote.
Right.
What they should want is everybody to vote, but there's a certain kind of person that votes if they'll have that day off. And it's the person that doesn't vote for more conservative types.
Sure.
So they don't want people voting. Because if all of the people vote, we're going to have a very blue nation.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a fact.
There are countries on this planet where it is your civic duty to vote.
Yeah.
You will get a fine if you don't vote.
Yes.
I think that should be implemented. Not that us working people need more fines.
Yeah.
But it's encouragement to go out and vote, which you should do. It's your civic voting to make your voice heard. And then I want rank choice voting. I want absolutely what Demolishing Nuts says. I want Election Day to be a federal holiday. I want rank choice voting. I want 5-6 political parties.
Yeah.
The fact that we don't, it's all for control. It's for power and control.
100%.
Period.
I absolutely agree with that.
I've got a Carpe Diem here from @WhereIsMyCar. What are some references that would confirm to people that you're definitely over 30?
A reference?
Mm-hmm.
That I'm over 30. Ooh.
I mean, is what I just said, quoting The Big Lebowski, a sign?
That might be a sign. that might be a sign.
One thing that always gets me, because these shows I never got into, if you quote Friends or How I Met Your Mother to me, I automatically think like, oh my god, okay.
You're a millennial.
Yeah.
Yep.
At best, a millennial. I never understood those shows.
No?
No, like Parks and Rec made sense. The Office made sense.
Yeah.
But then these quote-unquote sitcoms, Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, I'm like, what the fuck is the crowd laughing at? They didn't even make a joke.
How about Seinfeld?
Not for me.
Not for you?
Not for me.
Boom, 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 boom. Now, huh?
And also, Jerry Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old when he was 30-something, so...
What's the problem with that? I don't understand.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Your father's best friend said it was cool. Yeah, no. God, I wonder what it would be.
Oh my god, we do it all the time.
What do we do?
Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a great movie. Come on now.
Or Airplane.
Airplane's so good. Airplane needs a Gen Z resurgence the same way Limp Bizkit is getting a Gen Z resurgence.
100%. I would agree with that. Airplane is an absolute gem.
Shirley.
You must be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, that is just a work of art. Yeah, so it's stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe like music sometimes, because... Which is interesting, because like I know for you like some bands and albums and songs and stuff like that from early 2K, which would be more millennial.
Sure.
Than your generation. But like, if I throw on some Tesla or frickin' Winger or Warrant or stuff like that, there's nobody in these generations that's, I don't want to say they're not down with it, but like that has not had a resurgence.
Sure. I would agree with that.
That has not had a resurgence.
But I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I've always felt like with shows and movies, they are distinct
from music, because there's music which I believe is timeless.
That's true.
I mean, you can have 16-year-old kids listening to Frank Sinatra and be like, "Oh my God, this dude had skill." Like, listen to that big band behind him. Like, I always felt music was more timeless than shows and movies, because you can look back at the quote-unquote CGI or practical effects attempts of the 70s and 80s and 90s and be like, wow, that's fucking rough.
Yeah.
Or even some of the jokes told, like, you can't make Tropic Thunder today.
No, you really can't. Yeah, that's such a good point, because, like, for example, you could be at a bar, Pour Some Sugar comes on, everybody's singing it.
Right. Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows it. So, yeah, that's interesting, music versus, like, more other cultural things like TV or movies or things like that. That's interesting.
Yeah, we're quoting Blues Brothers, or even The Other Guys, which is a movie from the 2010s. I feel like kids my age won't know what you're talking about.
Right.
But if you bring up an album from 2001, or, hey, 1999, the Dre album, called 2001, everyone knows it.
Yes.
Everyone knows Still Dre.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Forgot About Dre.
Yeah. And another thing, too, that's interesting is and we've had shows on this before where we talk about lingo and slang and things that, like, Gen Z or millennials will use versus, like, things that Gen X used to use. But here's the thing. Like, I feel Gen Xers don't use, they don't come out and say bet a lot. But the thing that I find interesting is that these other generations will use our lingo. They'll be like, cool, yeah, groovy, man. And they'll say that, and you'll be like, wait, that's mine.
It's like, oh, word.
That's
like, hey.
Word, right, And so I feel like that's translated, and they feel fine adopting that, but not so much the other way around.
Right. Now, with that said, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is there some lingo, considering what we were just talking about, that is timeless, or do you think it all goes the way of your bet or cap and no cap, and like, is all of that temporary, considering this resurgence of, like, oh, word, oh, that's groovy?
Yeah, I that's a really interesting question, because I find that, pretty much based on the couple of shows that we had and research and whatnot, that even though I know a lot of the lingo and I know when and how to use it, I just don't. And, like, even in common conversation, or if I'm at a bar with someone who's younger than I am, I just, like, that never comes up. But people will spit back older lingo at me, not because I'm older, but just because they use it.
It's entered their vernacular and re-entered the generational zeitgeist, if you will.
Correct. Yeah, I think some are definitely timeless, like groovy. What was that? 70s? Maybe 60s?
But how long's the adjective been around? And it was just popularized as
slang then.
And now it's back.
Yeah.
Interessante.
Might have to tackle that one of these weeks.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, wow, that sounds like a main character of the show.
It really does, because we've had these linguistic topics and stuff in the past, so we'll have to maybe readdress it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no doubt.
The final DM I got today is from @HungryHippie. What is the greatest thing you've ever done with money?
Hungry hippie. That's a throwback. Heyo. Bars. And we won't get a copyright claim because we just made that.
We just made that up, which means it is our trademark now.
That's right.
You can't touch Hungry Hippie.
Don't do it. It's ours. And whoever sent that to us.
Hungry. Oh yeah, I guess it's shared.
It's shared.
It's our song. It's their name.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He was the writer on that project.
Right.
The best thing I've ever done with money. Well,
I would say recently, because I now have a career where I can have things. It's very uncommon for most of the working class to have a career that pays decently, but I do have one, which is a hell of a blessing, hell of a privilege.
Yeah.
I would say recently it's my house and my car.
Sure.
You know, I'm no longer driving a shitbox. Rest in peace, Toyota Camry. You were wonderful, except for when you weren't.
When you weren't, yeah.
At the end. So my house and my car, it's just peace of mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to break down on the side of the road, or I'm not beholden to some shitty landlord. It's remarkably nice. But I would say on a smaller scale, it's investing in my computer and the hardware we use for this show.
Yep.
I got a chonker of a graphics card. We installed a really nice CPU.
Yeah.
Got the power supply in there. Got RAM upgraded. And mind you, we did this all with perfect timing before AI caused all the prices of that to go up.
Indeed we did.
So that was clutch. And just like good microphone, good headphones, good monitor. The software I use, it is open source, it's free, but it's good quality shit. So I'd just say like investing in hobbies and passions has been the greatest thing I have done with my money.
I love that. That is so cool. Yeah, I think for me, man, that's tough. I will say my 1991 Camaro with the T-tops.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There
you go.
That was, I think maybe I was a year or two younger than you when I did it.
Okay.
So once again, just kind of that, oh, wait, I have money now, and what am I going to do with it? Let's buy a Camaro.
Yeah.
So I went and did that.
That's so cool.
I think there are some vacations that were definitely worth spending money on, because unlike stuff, or like considerable stuff like a home or a car, stuff you need, I think aside from that, it's vacations, because that's the memory stuff. That's the stuff that you do that you're going to talk about 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
You make stories.
And just like so many other cool things. So my trips to Vegas I would put on there. I would say the trips out to Washington State are definitely up there. The trip we took to Washington, D.C. was really super cool. I think because before I moved to Florida, I'd been there like 10 times, some on business, some not. So some of those trips were pretty great, especially the spring break ones. That was low cost, high jinks.
Low cost, high jinks.
High jinks, yeah. That was definitely the best way to put that. So yeah, there are some things that were definitely worth the money. So definitely trips, definitely that 91 Camaro, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of followed in my father's footsteps there, being the first car I actually went out and bought. Like my first car I bought off of you.
Mm-hmm.
When we exploded that on a deer, I bought my second car from Mom.
Which just exploded on itself.
That did in a head gasket.
Yeah.
And its oil rings were shot. So the first car I went out and bought is this hatchback Swedish EV sports car.
Like he told me what he got. I'm like, what are you talking about? Is this an actual real car?
Yeah, I think it's bigger in like Minnesota. When I traveled up to Minnesota, they had like dealerships for it.
Oh, wow.
Like it was an established thing. No one in the Chicagoland area has ever heard of the car brand Polestar.
Wow.
It's the EV made by Volvo. That's
Right.
all it is. And then they somehow packed 410 horsepower into it.
It's fun.
It's so fun.
It's fun. When you had said bigger, I was like, is it bigger on the inside? This thing might as well be the TARDIS, man. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You must be so happy.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Elated, if you will.
Yeah, that's a great car. But yeah, if you got DMs next time, send them to us. You can send them to all of our socials. You can find Mark Maloney, Aiden Maloney. You can find me at Maloney Media on Instagram. So just check us out. Of course, you can comment on YouTube as well. Just throw some comments down there if you got questions for next week, or just any questions on the show in general. Just hit us up. That'd be totally cool. We're now on to the other foods, which Aiden does every week. And these are foods that are usually not great.
Atypical. Stinky, yucky, smelly, not so good.
You're not going to find them on the menu at Cracker Barrel. Let's just put it that way.
Sure.
What you got for us?
I've got a short and sweet one here. Well, I've got a short one here. It's called Shiraku. Or Shirako. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It translates directly to white children. Which,
wow,
I think is insane.
Yeah.
But Shirako, translating into English directly as white children, is a highly prized seasonal Japanese delicacy made from the sperm sacs of male fish.
Okay.
Quote, known for its rich, buttery, and custard-like texture, it is commonly harvested from cod, anglerfish, or pufferfish. It can be prepared raw, often garnished with ponzu sauce, grated radish, or green onions to balance the richness of these, of eating the white children, of course. Or you could do what they call, God, I hope I pronounce this right, gunkanmaki, which is battleship sushi.
Oh.
As a sushi, the shirako is typically served as a topping over vinegared rice wrapped in a strip of seaweed, creating, quote, a little ship to hold the creamy morsel.
A little ship to hold the semen, if you get what I'm saying. That's gross.
So that's what I found today. It was a little short and sweet
gross.
one, but God bless the Japanese. They
oh my God.
They really came through with that one.
They definitely.
Hey, we got we're an island. We got a lot of seafood around here. Let's start eating the white children out of the sperm sac.
Nope.
It's like, brother, you could have chose not to.
Could have. I'm gonna say something before we move to the next segment. And the thing I'm going to say is there was this show. It's a cartoon. It's called The Magic School Bus. And
great show.
And so, well, yes, but completely warped when you take some of the content sometimes.
Oh, sure.
Now, based on your other food, it literally just blasted this memory into my brain. And the one is that there was an episode, because Miss Frizzle, first of all...
Miss Frizzle got the drizzle. She can get it, you
know?
Does
she ever get, like, permission slips to go on all of these goddamn journeys she's taking these kids on? Highly dangerous. Like,
Arnold
where's Arnold at?
He's always the one like, I don't know about this, guys.
Arnold was the guy. Like, he
like fucking Carlos over there. Like, don't be a pussy.
Right. So I get both points of view, but he knows what Miss Frizzle's going to be up to. Some shit,
heinous shit.
So there's this one where they turned into fish eggs. And they're under the water.
Like tadpoles, yeah.
And no, they're actually in fish eggs. Oh. And they're under the water. And these male trout come by.
That's right.
And jizz all over them.
That's true, yeah.
That's horrific, dude.
Damn.
Like, we're learning about fertilization. Now you're getting jizzed on. You right now.
Jizzing on
You're in fish porn.
Jizzing on school kids sounds like something the president would do.
Exactly.
That's disturbing. Miss Frizzle, Epstein files.
That one.
She might be in them.
She might be in them. Yeah, that was a thing. Like, as soon as you did that imagery just popped in my head.
I do recall now.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you've never seen The Magic School Bus, I'm certain you can find that scene on the old YouTube.
Yeah.
Find it. You'll be like, oh my God.
It's, to be fair, I agree with what you're saying, 100%. But to be fair, it was one of the better edutainment kids shows out there. Because you've got that little cunt Caillou. That show was dog shit. You had, nowadays you've got these weird brain rot shows. But between Magic School Bus and SpongeBob, that's just entertainment. But Magic School Bus was kind of baller. That's where I learned about the one baking episode. Do you remember that? I don't remember if it was donuts or bread, but the process of yeast and rising and carbon dioxide forming in the food. Oh, it makes the bubbles. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So it was a great edutainment show. Sure, did they jizz on the kids once or twice? Yeah, but we got to look past that.
Dude, just no. Oh my God. That's so bad. So bad. Well, check it out. I'm sure there's some controversial content there that back in the day we didn't think about. It's Miss Frizzle. Instead of us going, psst, hey, did they just jizz on them kids? That's trout right there.
Oh! Hey, whoa! Hey.
Yeah, that was a thing for me.
Oh yeah,
man.
good.
That literally just jumped right in my brain. God, I wish it hadn't. All right, before we take a quick break, we have what I'm calling as the Mr. Movie Review, because I call it review preview, and I get yelled at because it's either just a review or it's review.
2 reviews.
Exactly. It's been anything but, and I'm not writing the article any longer, so I might as well just call it Mr. Movie Review. So I saw this movie called Obsession with an old friend, LOL. So I saw this movie, and I wasn't sure about it because, number one, I hadn't heard much about it, and then I checked out the reviews on Fandango, and both the critics and the fans were in the 90s. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Notable.
How is this possible? Like, what is this even? So I check it out. It's Curry Barker's indie horror film, Obsession. Tension-filled, darkly funny, terrifyingly unhinged. The movie stars Michael Johnston, Indy Navarrete, Cooper Tomlinson, and Megan Lawless. Andy Richter from The Conan Show, he has a part in it too. Lesson learned from the movie. Never break a wish stick and wish for love. No bueno.
It didn't go as planned.
No, it does not go as planned. It absolutely does not go as planned. The ending's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. But it is a slow burn. It's really more of just this story for maybe the first 30, 35 minutes that you're kind of like, is this supposed to be a scary movie? Because, like, you're not getting it, but they're telling a story, but they're just setting it up.
Building.
They're teeing this thing up.
Important.
And I should know better that when a horror movie starts out like this, I should know better to be like...
Hold firm.
They are teeing some shit up. You got to follow the story because some shit's about to happen. And it does. And it's like when they say darkly funny, yeah, it's like you're laughing, but what is happening in front of you is also incredibly twisted. Like, you should be scared more than it's funny, but it's funny. So I encourage people to see it. It's I don't want to say it's innovative, but it's different in tone for sure. And like this journey just through madness. It's really something.
Righteous.
It is really something.
Righteous.
So,
and that is still in theaters? As of today?
Still in theaters. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Solid.
Which for a horror movie, usually 4, 4.25 is about as good as I'll do. I'm highly critical of horror movies, so 4 is a really good score from me. And I feel, number one, that it had an ending, which so many horror movies have a hard time doing.
Sure.
But number two, there's enough there if they want to do one, they can continue on, which is what I love. I'm like, end the story, but just throw a nugget or two in there, which leaves it open. That's all you got to do. You don't have to give us this open ending like, it's like, look, you just told the story. End it.
Yeah.
End the damn story. End the story. Give us a nugget. If you want to do another one, cool.
Right.
That's how I always feel when I see these things. And it was good. I loved it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I encourage it. Check it out. I don't know what your cheap day is, wherever you're from. For us, it's Tuesdays. It's like $5 movies or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd see it again. That's how much I enjoyed it. It was good stuff. But I'm also hearing about this other room, or like the
Backrooms.
Backrooms.
I've heard amazing things.
Now, that one does not have anywhere near those ratings. But I think, like, the rating for like us regular folk is kind of in the upper 7s, and like the critics have totally panned it.
Yeah.
So who knows? Like that, you always kind of hedge like,
from everything I've heard it has the potential to be future cult classic, similar to Iron Lung, which we talked about a couple months ago.
Yep. Some just like have a hard time catching traction, or, for example, have the critics pan it even though people seem to like it.
Right.
Because, actually, this morning I was doing coffee with Mike and his friend who I just met, and she couldn't say enough good things about it. She loved Backroom. She thought it was really cool. She actually, like, Mike's like, I haven't even seen it. She's like, oh my God, I'll go again. And I was like, okay. Now, like, literally that caught my attention.
Yeah.
So if I have other horror movie friends and they're like, see this, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I will trust their take on it. So, anyway, go see Obsession. It was good.
Damn right.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and we come back. Our signature. You just made the list. Hey, everybody, we are back, and it is time for our signature segment. Brain fart. I'm good.
Okay.
Look, I don't want to say I just had a stroke, but... Oh, wait, I'm napping.
It was just a blink.
It was just a blink, a 10-minute blink. It's fine. Yeah, but it's our feature segment. You just made the list. Here on the Mark Mo Show, I'm Mark Maloney. That's Aiden Maloney. And the feature segment, basically this. We come up with lists each and every week on, well, hell, just about everything. And we, do our 10 through 2, do our big number 1 reveal. And let's see, rules. I'm trying
I actually misplaced the rule book in
here. Yeah, it happens to me
what
too.
It was.
But I do think I remember them.
Okay.
And I think there are no rules.
Oh, excellent.
I think that is the rule.
Excellent. That's great news.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely great news.
Good rule.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. So this week, since we're talking about music at the beginning of the show, our top 10 best bands pre-2K.
Y2K, before it all happened, the greatest bands.
Yeah, Y2K? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
It's an arbitrary year we decided
A lot
on.
of things before that were just peachy keen. I don't know what the hell's happened since, but whatever. So here we go. This is our top 10 best bands pre-2K. What you got?
All right. I've got a short honorable mentions list here.
I could have gone full Intercontinental title.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking to myself, I need fewer than 10 honorable mentions.
Yes. Yes.
So my honorable mentions for this week are AC/DC,
Okay.
or as the Aussies call them, Akadaka,
Akadeka.
The Beatles, Blink-182, Weezer, Stone Temple Pilots, and Megadeth.
Okay.
That is the honorable mentions list. I will now run my 10 through 2, saving my big number 1 reveal. Number 10, Pearl Jam. Just one of the greatest freshman albums of all time. Grungy, excellent.
Even though butterflies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 9, Metallica.
Yeah. You can do that with all these
Yeah,
bands.
this is true.
Yeah.
Number 8, the Elton John Band.
Who can't do that?
Yeah. Yeah. What does he sound like?
I don't know.
Rocket,
British dude. A Rocket Man.
Elton John's fantastic. Number 7, Alice in Chains. So
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yep.
So good. Number 6, Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Number 5, Green Day.
Yeah.
The earlier album I mentioned, Dookie, came out in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
And it's so good. So good. So many bangers on that album alone. Number 4, Queen. Couldn't be a list if you don't have Queen on there. Freddie Mercury, insane vocalist.
Yeah.
Number 3, Rush.
Rush. Oh, yeah.
Is so goddamn good.
Yes.
And number 2 on my list, Iron Maiden.
Oh, let's go.
Just incredible.
Let's go.
I was flip-flopping my 1 and my 2. I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
who to put there. I could have tied the number 1s, but that felt like a cop-out, so I didn't do it.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
So number 2 on my list is Iron Maiden.
I have ideas. I have thoughts.
Yes?
I do. Indeed, I do. My honorable mention, Queensryche, Nirvana, Tesla, Motley Crue, Jane's Addiction,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, 9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails is pre-2K? Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Yep.
That's crazy. They feel like, well, could be another one of those things Gen Z was just like, oh, we'll have this too.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails, I want to say... I mean, we might as well do live research.
Live research.
Yeah, nobody said that I could not. I mean, that's not in the rule book, at least as far as I'm concerned. Because
You're right. 9 Inch Nails' first album. Late 80s, early 90s.
yeah, there you go. Perfect, right? All right, so we'll keep them on. Pink Floyd and Rush.
Hell yeah.
I would have had Rush higher, but I forgot them.
Oh, no.
I did. I forgot Rush.
What would
dude.
Neil Peart think?
Oh,
Rest his
man,
soul.
Yeah, in the afterlife, he's coming for me. I know it. Number 10, Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger. One of the best grunge albums.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
Jesus Christ pose.
Wash
So
away
good.
the cow. Wait, what? How'd that song go?
No, let's.
I think that's out when.
Number 9, Alice in Chains. Great. Number 8, Akadaka, AC/DC. Number 7, Megadeth.
Hell yeah.
Number 6, Metallica. Number 5, Black Sabbath. Number 4, Aerosmith. Number 3, The Who.
Oh, good call. Good call.
And number 2, Led Zeppelin.
The Zeppelin of Lead.
The Led Zeppelin. All right, we're on to our number 1s. I'm interested to hear what you got.
Well, I'm going to pull a U.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to pull a Mark Moe and
Uh-oh.
add Led Zeppelin to my honorable mentions list. Because I, too, as you did with Rush, forgot to put Led Zeppelin on my list.
After
bad.
literally putting your knee pads on for them during our opening comment, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, they deserve it. So
They deserve it for sure.
They're on my honorable mentions list.
That's fair.
Honorably.
Yep.
Number 1 on my list, made your honorable mentions, Nirvana. Just so good. Just, I can't say enough about how fantastic and how much I love grunge and punk and alt. And, I mean, you growing me up on heavy metal and new wave. That's what I was flip-flopping. I'm like, do I put Maiden or do I put Nirvana at number 1? And I went grunge.
That's fair.
Went grunge, put Nirvana number 1.
That's fair. And anybody that knows me would be shocked if I did otherwise. But Iron Maiden, the number 1, without question, number 1 with a bullet, if you will. And they're just amazing. Their history is amazing.
I love their songwriting.
Their songwriting
it's historical. It's so like Flight of Icarus, Run to the Hills. Like it's all either real history or mythology based.
Oh yeah,
so good.
It's really great. I encourage people to get into Maiden. Now, when I go to Maiden shows, which I've taken Aiden to a show, taken Sarah to a show, when you go to Maiden shows, you are going to find people that are well into their 70s. You are going to find teenagers. Talk about something that has broad appeal. Maiden is one of those bands.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
How many, beg this question, too. How many musicians do you have on stage?
Oh, yeah.
You got McBrain behind the drums, or did he recently retire?
He recently retired. They've got a session drummer back there.
Yeah. But when I saw them, they had McBrain back there.
And he was been there for almost ever. They took over for
guitarists. The bassist, and you got Bruce Dickinson.
And yeah, Bruce.
That's a fucking band,
the
boys.
Voice. And, it's when I watched that Metal Evolution documentary recently, as I was talking about earlier in the show, they talk quite a bit about Maiden. If it's about metal, obviously Maiden's going to be a big part of it. So they're talking about Maiden and how they had this original lead singer, Paul Di'Anno. Now, Paul's good. Those first 2 albums are great. Killers is awesome. There's Runnin' Free. I mean, just great tracks on that stuff. But the fact of the matter is, where metal was going, they knew Di'Anno's kind of more of a brooding vocalist, like he's not going to hit anything high pitched, and kind of almost more punkish than
punky.
Metal.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Clyde Burr. Clyde Burr is a fine drummer, but he wasn't like the drummer. So when they got McBrain, and then they went and saw Samson show, which Bruce Dickinson was the lead singer of, pretty much Steve Harris and the band manager were like, yep.
I think that's our guy.
That's where we want to be. And it just talk about taking off. And just spectacular songs, lyrics, galloping bass lines. Just like literally anybody that learns to play the bass is going to learn some Steve Harris stuff. Bottom line. Just really great stuff. And I love the fact, Bruce and Adrian Smith left the band for a little bit, and then when they came back in 2000, Yannick Gers had taken over Adrian Smith's position in the band for guitarist, and they were kind of like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. You're in.
We just have 3 guitarists now. We're actually going to be louder.
Good.
Which is good. Yeah, it's great. So it's a great band. They just made the Hall of Fame. I love the fact they made the Hall of Fame, and they just kind of were like, yeah, we're not going.
Yeah.
So I don't know if who they're sending or whatever. Maybe they're just going to do a little video thing, but
they can send like a deputy manager.
Exactly.
Hey guys, I'm Paul. Iron Maiden sent me.
Hello, my name is Reginald, and I wanted to say that I'm in charge of tuning the guitars for the band. And hold on. I gave me something to say. Bloody good, right? Thank you. That's all.
Just thunderous applause.
Thunderous applause is something.
Fucking yeah, Reginald!
Yeah, Reggie!
They turned it up to 11.
Let's go.
I do want to say, because it just crossed my mind, we
Yeah.
talked about this band in the opening, and we have had a bit of underrepresentation of women on this list. I want to
That's
once
fair.
again add to my list, my honorable mentions. I'm putting the Cranberries and I'm putting Heart on there.
That's fair. And like I don't know why I underrepresented them for any reason, but Heart I definitely want to put on there for sure. And then Jesus Christ. There is a female singer in this band. Do you know who that band might be?
You've given me no hints.
I just told you there's a woman, lead singer. Well, there's a woman and a guy. No.
A band with a woman and a man. Really?
I mean, you want a bigger hint?
Give me a song title.
Well, that's like...
Or is that the biggest hint?
All right, fine. You want a song title? Rhiannon.
Rhiannon?
Rhiannon.
Oh, is a Fleetwood?
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add Fleetwood Mac because they definitely belong on there. And Stevie Nicks could just be on there by herself.
Yeah, this is true.
But, yeah, so I had Hart and Fleetwood Mac.
Fair
Yeah.
point.
So threw them on there. No offense, women. You definitely have some killer bands. I dig Paramore.
Paramore's great. I think they were post 2000 though.
Largely,
Largely.
if not all together. Yeah, they definitely are. And I think you find that more today because, like, I'm a huge fan of the Pretty Reckless too.
Oh
But
yeah, she's
they're-
great.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. And they're definitely post 2K.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be on there. But anyway, yeah.
Fun list.
That's
Let
a fun
us know,
list.
lovely listeners.
Yeah.
Your list in the comments or on socials.
For sure, no doubt. Now, before we hit our break, I know Aiden has a Down the Reddit rabbit hole and a While You Were Sleeping. So, down the Reddit rabbit hole, where did you go? What did you find? What did you see?
I saw some interesting data that
okay.
slightly befuddled me, confused me, if you will.
Okay.
Somebody out there did this research. You can find it on Reddit.
Yep.
And I found it interesting. So they asked an AI model
Yeah.
to pick a random number between 1 and 100.
Okay.
Very simple. And random number generators have been around, easily accessible for a long time.
Sure.
Most of the time they're computer generated, so they're not purely random. Mm-hmm. The computer tries its best to be random. And then sometimes, especially with encryption software, you've got crazy companies doing they put 500 lava lamps on a wall and track it to generate a random number that is truly random.
Okay.
Because of pixel brightness on each lava lamp will generate a number, some crazy shit like that. That's truly random. Most of the time it's computer generated, but this is AI generated. And I have been a staunch critic of AI, especially generative AI, stealing art from artists and stealing the jobs of artists. But I found this interesting because it's math-based. So someone asked a large language model to generate a random number between 1 and 100. And they did this sample size 10,000 times.
Oh.
So they would get a nice, you would imagine, a nice even distribution. If you do something 10,000 times randomly, it'll be pretty damn near the same. The amount of times it generates the number 4 will be approximately the same time it generates the number 81. It doesn't do that. Doesn't remotely do that.
Oh.
Out of 10,000 times, it generated the number 1 0 times.
Oh.
The number 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 80, and 100, it generated 0 times.
Really?
Which begs the question, why?
Okay.
It's almost like this large language model AI, in trying to feel more random, is literally not random at all.
Oh.
The most generated number by this LLM was 47.
Oh.
The next most generated, 57.
The next one, 73, 37, 27, 87. Interesting. Why might that be? Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
Humans do this too.
Oh.
If you ask... there's a great video. I've brought up the channel Veritasium before on our segment While You Were Sleeping.
Yep.
They did this excellent video on why humans are so bad at randomly picking numbers.
Yeah.
Because the most picked number human beings choose, if you ask them, pick a number between 1 and 100, is either 69 or 37. Humans are bad at number distribution too, if you ask them to choose something randomly. So it blew my mind that humans do it, and large language models do it, and yet, whether computer-generated or truly random, like they do for encryption, computers know how to do random. But this AI has chosen to not do random, to make it feel more random.
Human. Yeah. Wow.
Which blew my mind.
Yeah, man. Holy cow.
I mean, you'd imagine a sample size that big, 10,000 queries of asking, like, generate a number 1 to 100.
Yep.
And it never generates the number 20.
That's crazy.
If you ask it 10,000 times, that's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I found that quite fascinating, of a very interesting flaw in the system, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. That's unreal.
Yeah.
Wow. Reddit rabbit hole. Gotta love it.
I love data-driven things like that, too.
That's pretty
It's
amazing.
so fun.
So, obviously, this would be a great question for the president. While you were sleeping, so what did we miss? While you were sleeping, ladies and gentlemen, movie, book, TV show, YouTube, or anything like that, if we kind of slept on it, this dude here is going to find it. So what do we miss?
Well, this is a TV show you and I have talked about before, and I love quite dearly, and I thought it was about time I bring it up. On
The Magic School Bus.
Yeah, right. Kitchen Nightmares.
Okay.
Is one of my favorite shows of all time. Now, I'm not a huge TV guy. I'm not a huge movies guy. There are very specific things I latch onto and really love. Kitchen Nightmares is one of those. They did a UK version. They did an American version. But Kitchen Nightmares, for anyone unfamiliar, is an American reality television series. Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay helps failing restaurants in the United States, or UK if you watch that version, turn their businesses around by addressing issues like poor food quality, unsanitary conditions, management problems, often resulting in dramatic confrontations and significant makeovers. The show, which premiered in 2007, follows Ramsay as he identifies problems, updates menus, and redecorates eateries, with the ultimate goal of making them popular and profitable. Though success depends on the owners heeding his advice, of course. Now, it aired, I believe, up until 2014. So from 2007 to 2014 is when it ran. Just over 100 episodes in total made.
Okay.
Now, the reason I find this so cool is because there are a couple seasons of Kitchen Nightmares you can watch for free on YouTube.
Oh, no kidding.
They're just on there. You can just look up like Kitchen Nightmares full episodes. You can just watch it.
That's good information.
Super fun. And of course I'm sure you can borrow the DVDs from your local library if you like doing that.
Yeah.
But I love the show. It's so fun. Gordon Ramsay is so serious, but he's so funny when he doesn't even mean to be.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like, one of his most iconic moments I love is when he's talking to the chefs, and it's like this barbecue joint or something like that, and he asks them, was there anything today I ate that wasn't microwaved? And one of the cooks looks over at him and he's like, yeah, the salad. And he looks at him, he's like, you fucking darn, of course you don't microwave a salad. Like,
wow.
He just on a whim called a man a donut.
Wow.
That's so good.
That's so funny.
What a fun insult. You fucking donut. Of course you don't microwave a salad.
Wow. But to be fair, he answered the question.
He did.
You ate it. I didn't microwave it.
So Gordon Ramsay, of course, canceled the original run in 2014, primarily due to physical burnout and frequent food poisoning from the restaurants he ate at.
Oh, yeah. That would get to me.
Yeah. So, and I understand he's got a big family. He's got like 5 or 6 kids or something like that. So I understand he probably wanted to focus on that. And of course, food poisoning, I would also tap out. Be like, nah, no thanks.
Yeah. He's got his restaurants, right? The Hell's Kitchen places and all that too.
He's got, what,
Hell's Kitchen's so good.
4, 5, 6 Michelin stars. Like,
right.
He's not just a
Dude's
celebrity.
legit.
Yeah, he's not a celebrity chef. He's a chef. Like, this dude's world class.
You bloody dolt. There's lumps in these mashed potatoes.
It's fucking raw.
Yeah,
Where's the lamb sauce?
Oh, God, so good.
So iconic. And I love the show. I love that you can watch a couple of the seasons for free. You can watch a couple of the UK seasons for free on YouTube as well.
Ooh, I bet that's good.
So, yeah, highly, highly recommend. Borrow it from the library. Watch it on YouTube. Do what you gotta do. Gordon Ramsay's great. Love Kitchen Nightmares. Don't sleep on it.
You heard this guy. Kitchen Nightmares. When we come back, we got the one and only beer review and the world of weird news. All right, Aiden, we are in the home stretch. We're now on to our beer review on the Mark Moe Show. All podcast platforms, of course. YouTube, of course. And this is the fun part. It's where we...
The official beer review.
The official only beer review.
The only one you can find. The
That's
only
right.
one you should find.
I would agree with that for sure. This is an interesting one. And I was told by one of our liquor stores, hey, I got weird beer all the time. Make sure you come here. Like she actually looks forward to when I pop into the liquor store at Triangle. She sees me come in. She's like, oh, we got some new ones. I'm like, all right. So I was kind of excited. And earlier, Aiden and I had a discussion about Blue Moon. That Blue Moon had this beer. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'll look for it. And I was kind of looking, and they have, of these singles, they have a lot of different ones. And I almost went with, it wasn't Dos Equis, it was something else, but I almost went with this Mexican beer. And I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And I turned around, I'm like, oh, let's see what's on the shelf. And I saw this beer, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life. So they must just be getting it now, or I don't know.
Yeah, I know I've seen this brand before. It is called Quaff On Brewing Company, a microbrewery out of Nashville. Not that Nashville, Nashville, Indiana.
Southern Indy,
small town, give or take.
Yeah.
But Nashville, Indiana is where this is out of. The beer we're tasting is called 6 Foot Strawberry Blonde.
Yummy.
Which is somebody's type. It is a blonde ale, as you could probably tell.
Mm-hmm.
Brewed with strawberries, as you could probably make an inference to discover.
Indeed.
And 5.2% ABV, 20 on the International Bitters Unit, which is not high by any stretch.
Yeah.
Most IPAs are 40 or higher. As described by Quaff On, which, mind you, is a weird name for a brewing company.
No doubt.
They say 6 Foot Strawberry Blonde is our 6 foot blonde base recipe with real strawberry flavoring added post-fermentation in conditioning tanks.
Interesting.
Which I guess is a little bit more how the sausage is made than most descriptions.
Agreed.
So quite transparent. We like to see that.
No doubt.
We are ranking this on the Untapped app on our telephones. Not sponsored, but I wish they would.
No doubt.
It's a free app, so I do recommend it if you're a beer enjoyer and wish to rank things on a scale from 0 to 5 like we are doing today. We're drinking it out the bottle, and we'll rank it, and we'll give you some tasting notes.
Sounds
it does, on the nose, it smells like, you know the dry strawberry things that they put in like Special K cereal?
Yeah.
It smells like those dried strawberries.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair comment.
It smells like dried strawberries.
The strawberries smell like strawberries. The snozberries smell like snozberries. We are the dreamers of dreams. Sorry. I could quote that entire movie. It's a classic.
And a slancha.
Slancha to you. Oh, happy.
Boy, that's
happy day.
That's pleasant.
I'm so happy I got that. Holy shit.
My goodness. To be totally honest, the smell carries the flavor too.
Yes.
The flavor is dried strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Because fresh strawberries, they're super light, sometimes a little tart, usually sweet and juicy.
Right.
This tastes like dried strawberry. The ale itself is pretty light and fun and summery.
But yeah, that is distinctly like slightly tart dried strawberries.
Yeah, like if I'm having people over and we're on the deck and we're chilling, we're grilling some burgers, it's a nice day. These are my cooler, man, because this is such a good vibe.
Oh yeah.
For like a summer afternoon kind of beer.
Yeah, and it's not, don't get it twisted, lovely listener. This is not a fruit beer. Like there are fruited beers out there that are like super jammy
that are very,
and
right.
like syrupy, and it's like, holy fuck, that's like I'm drinking blackberry juice.
Right.
This is a blonde ale that's got that
hint.
Well, more than a hint.
Okay.
I'd say it's got a pizzazz, if you will, of dried strawberry.
Yeah.
Where it's not in your face slapping you like the cologne of every man named Chad. But it's just kind and flavorful. And summery, which is perfect because it's hot and gross outside.
Right. So an ice cold one of these would be perfect.
Oh, yeah. I really like this.
Yeah, like if it's hot and you were just having like a light salad on your deck, perfect beer for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
This is pretty damn good. And we usually don't do this, but I think it may be important to start, because I know we've mentioned it on a few beers before. The price point. So this was a 6-pack that you picked up, a 6-pack of 12-ounce bottles.
Yep.
And the price point on that, what were we looking at?
I think we were looking at like $12. So it's like $2 a beer. No,
it's not bad at all. For craft beer?
For a craft beer.
That's not bad. Mm-mm. So, yeah, I guess we'll start doing that in the future as well, just to give some context.
It's a good idea. Yeah, because when I do my Frozen Guy reviews, which I'll probably start picking up again soon, but when I do those, I usually do that price comparison because sometimes it is about the taste, but it's also quantity and it's also the cost, because that all goes into my grade.
Yeah. I would agree, and I think it's important we start doing that here as well, because there are some like Trappist ales or some of the Belgians we taste that are super expensive. Like a 4-pack of Golden Draak, for reference, is like $21 for 4 beers.
Yeah, so you're looking at like a $5 or $6 beer.
Right. So this is not a bank breaker, but it is definitely a
bang for your buck in this one.
Yes. Yeah, taste bud enjoyer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like that a lot. I'm going all the way up to a 4.0 out of 5. This does, to me, enter the elite tier.
Yeah, I think so. I went 4.25.
Solid.
I really liked it. It's and I'm not huge into the craft beers. A little bit more so if it's like an ale or a lager or something like that, Pilsner. Then I kind of get into that a little bit. But like the IPAs, not as much. Everybody knows that. We've had that discussion. But like this one for a craft beer, it's near the top. Like I really like the stuff Duvel does. I'm now going to look for more Quaff on and try something different on that. So that's kind of exciting stuff.
Yeah, and as we have found out, because the point of us tasting is not just to have a beer, although it is to have a beer, but it's also to figure out more things we like. Sometimes things we don't like.
Yep.
And like the more golden ales and blonde ales and Belgians we try, the more we open our mind and our taste buds.
Indeed, I would agree.
So it is for the greater good, and it is for science.
Indeed it is. So the flavor profiles for me, I picked strawberry, light-bodied, and smooth.
I did the same. I did strawberry, light-bodied, smooth. I added tart because I thought the dried strawberry flavor, while not tart like a sour beer, it is tart for a blonde ale.
Okay, that's fair.
Which I thought was fair to say.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that was a really, really excellent beer. I definitely like that for sure.
Big fan.
Yeah, unlock some badges here.
Yeah, we get badges on the Untapped app.
And then actually I just got one. They're always about promos and stuff too, so they got their promo. But the badge I got is 99 bottles level 3, 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. That's 15 check-ins with the serving style of bottle.
Okay.
Try 5 more for level 4.
Yeah, we do tend towards cans
mostly
on this show. Yeah,
mostly we do, and I don't think that's on purpose. I don't think we do that for a reason. I think it's just a lot of times because we're just sampling a beer. Sometimes I'll look for that single can if I can get it.
Sure.
Or sometimes they'll have like those 4-pack of cans, which you find a lot in the craft or the IPAs, stuff like that. But like a 6-pack of bottles, I usually don't pick up for this. But this one, I'm glad I did.
Yes.
Hell
sure. Yeah.
You definitely get a little bit of a different flavor profile in a bottle than a can.
For sure. Yeah. Versus drinking out
of
a stein or out of a tap. Yeah. I got a badge here. Fields of Gold Level 2.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Sometimes you need a break from all the hops, fruits, and spices. What's a better way than with a crisp, smooth, blonde, or golden ale? A basic but delicious. That's 10 beers with the style of blonde or golden.
That's amazing.
And then I got Middle of the Road Level 59.
Is that the ABV one?
That's, greater than 5%, less than 10%. That is 295 beers with that check-in style.
Perfect.
My man.
I love that.
Excellent brewski.
Well, I'd recommend if you do like fruit-flavored beers, this one is, it's near the top. I would honestly have to say. So
very, very good.
Wherever you're at, if you get Quaff On and the 6-foot Strawberry Blonde, definitely check it out.
Big recommend.
Yeah, it's a very good beer. That brings us to our final segment for the day. There's a world of weird news here on the Mark Mo Show. And I've got one Antone Gallona, 25 of New York.
Oh, I'm Anton Gallona over here.
Oh, hey, Gallona, how you doing? 25 of New York was arrested for driving while intoxicated when he drove to a local police station to pick up a friend who had been arrested for, wait for it, driving while intoxicated.
Oh, my God.
Fox 8 Cleveland reported on May 20th that when Gallona arrived at the police station, he drove into a restricted area. An officer came to check on him and quickly issued a field sobriety test before placing him under arrest.
Oh, my God.
Gallona's license was revoked, and he is expected to appear in court at a later date.
That feels like an SNL bit.
Doesn't it?
Like one dude at the bar gets arrested DUI, and then the next dude goes to get him, gets a DUI.
His drunk friend goes, right.
The next person is like, oh, I'll pick the two of them up. Goes there, gets a DUI.
The cell is just loaded, the parking lot's filled.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Like it's a bit. Yeah, no doubt. All right, what do you got to close us out, man?
I've got a little story here from CBS 12. Local station out of, you'll never guess where.
Florida, perhaps?
Gnome More is the title of this story.
No more?
Gnome More.
Gnome Moment. Okay.
Tricycle riding suspect accused in bizarre Florida lawn ornament theft.
Okay.
This is from North Fort Myers, out of Florida, of course. A North Fort Myers woman got quite the surprise last month when her lawn gnomes suddenly went missing, and deputies say the culprit made a memorable getaway. According to the Lee County Sheriff's Office, the theft happened on May 19th of this year when the homeowner noticed several of her decorative gnomes had been taken from her yard. Luckily, her Ring camera caught everything on video. The footage shows a man pulling up on a distinctive tricycle, getting off, casually walking into the yard. Deputies say he then picked up multiple lawn ornaments before riding away with the gnomes.
Oh my God.
Detectives quickly got to work identifying him. Using both video and other investigative leads, their search eventually led them to a homeless camp in North Fort Myers. On the 2nd of June, deputies say they found the man matching the description, identified as one John Ramey, and investigators say he was still in possession of a tricycle that looked just like the one seen in the footage.
Oh, no.
Authorities said Ramey led detectives back to his campsite where all of the missing lawn gnomes were found. Investigators confirmed the items belonged to the victim. The statues were, of course, returned to her. Ramey, down on his luck, got a little further down on his luck. He was charged with petty theft with 2 or more prior convictions. But my man had the best getaway vehicle I've ever heard of. A tricycle.
A tricycle. That's awesome. I love that.
God bless you, John Ramey.
That's something. I mean, I think if you jogged away, it'd be faster than the tricycle, but that's okay.
For style points.
Style points.
Yeah.
100%. This big dude, legs out there.
It's like one of those little plastic trikes or something.
Oh my god!
You can hear like the plastic on the gravel, like.
You know what'd even better if it was like a big wheel. Like, dude is just on this big wheel and he's just pedaling away, and he like gets back to his crib and he hits that brake on that tire, like just spins out. He's got garden gnomes all over the place.
All the homies nearby are like, yo,
what up?
He's got the fucking gnomes.
He's got the gnomes. Oh man. Why don't we have more friends? I don't understand. Anyway, it's interesting, really. May have to actually, probably not. But yeah, that's a show. That's a show, y'all. Definitely check us out. YouTube. Check us out on all podcast platforms. Like, subscribe. Check out Aiden's gaming site, which is Aiden spelled the right way. That's on YouTube. And, of course, our collab we do, which is 8M Gaming. Check out some new content coming up. Really good stuff. We actually just did this cartoonish royal...
Sort the court.
I think
so fun.
I think you'll giggle. I really do. And we're going to do some more stuff. So definitely check that out. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you. Summertime, get some sun, get some beer, have a good time.
Stay inside, get some AC, get some sleep.
Or you could do that.
I mean, there's so many paths in life.
Uh-huh.
On the one hand,
yep,
you could go outside and sweat and get sunburned. On the other hand, you don't have to. Or you could just be like nocturnal.
Or you could be nocturnal.
I've always felt like the Irish should be nocturnal, with how easily burnt we get.
Here's the thing. For whatever reason, being Irish and German, I burn once, and I've already got like a nice tan starting. That part, I don't know where that came from. I don't know if the milkman visited.
Skipped me.
It definitely skipped that generation because my kids get roasted.
15 minutes in the sun, I'm red.
You're red as hell.
Yeah.
I don't get it because, like I said, I burn once and then I tan like a beautiful golden god, and they don't.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's just one of those things.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody's red because of the sun.
Okay, Fred.
And you really don't why, but you want to justify ripping someone's skin off.
Wow.
No human contact. And if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker.
It's just one of those days.